I don't think you have to tell them, but there's just a unique chemistry about this bunch. That they really get along good together. They respect each other. You know, I've been at different practices, and I've seen the coach get on to one.
KJ Malvo, Lance Tipton, Jake Fiker, Brooks Haddock, all average double figures. But Roger, who do you expect to be the biggest key today for Oklahoma Wesleyan?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what Sterling does. They know we run. Are they going to try to slow it down, or are they going to run with us? It could be we may have to play some really methodical basketball tonight and not get wild and crazy. Take the opportunities, whatever it gives us. So I don't know. Transition always is. We have got the block out. We got a rebound. So we'll see what happens here.
25-1 Eagles, 8-16 Warriors. Wilchcombe doing the jumping, as is Wyndham Hayes. Ball up in the air, batted back by Big Josh. Oklahoma Wesleyan averages 88.7 points per game, one of the top scoring teams in the entire country. Here's Rowe, left side. He's at the foul line. Step back, Jay. That one rattles in and out, no good. Quick rebound for Sterling. Keyshawn McMahon starts with it. Sterling averages 77 per contest. They give up 85. Here's Oler, a senior from Moore, Oklahoma, right side. They'll work it to Ostrowski. They can shoot the ball very well, 32% from three. Here's Wyndham Hayes, lines one up straight away, off the mark. Battle for the board inside. Lance Tipton knocks it back to Lawrence. Eagles have it. Rowe starts with it up on offense to Lance. Fires one straight away. That one no good. Albert Lawrence offensive board on the right side to Wilchcombe in the lane. Wilchcombe. It's in a hand fight for that basketball tie-up. Possession arrow is going to give it to Sterling. Warriors don't have a ton of size out there. Wyndham Hayes, their tallest guy at 6'5", do have a lot of length on the wings, but nobody that's going to really be able to put a big body on Josh Wilchcombe on the interior.
When he gets that ball inside, though, he can't sit and hang on to it. He has got to decide, either go to the basket with it or get rid of it, because they're going to double it up.
Ostrowski to McMahon, guarded by Malvo up top. Sterling wears navy, Eagles in gray. Wyndham Hayes works it left side. Oler on the wing, nearly lost it. They have 8 to shoot. Wyndham Hayes from the top of the key on in. Passes it to Hayes, left corner for three. It's good. Riley Hayes, the junior from Columbus, New Jersey, rips the cords there. 3-0 Sterling. In the 2017-2018 season, 1-1 between these two teams. Sterling actually won the aggregate. They had more points in the two matchups as Malvo drives to the basket. Bucket and the foul. Seems like every game KJ registers the first points. No exception here tonight, coming off of a 17-point effort against Avila on Saturday. Really been shooting the ball pretty well.
I'll tell you, there's just nothing like quickness. I don't know how he did like a water bug when he shot through there. I mean, he had people all over him.
Misses the foul shot, offensive board, sets up Tipton for three, rattles in and out. Lance has missed his first two from long range. Sterling a 3-2 lead. They've got the basketball. McMahon being hassled. Hands off Hayes, top of the key, drives inside, jump stop, flip shot in. Riley Hayes has scored the first 5. He's a guy that only averages 6 per game. Wyndham Hayes, the top scorer for the season at 14. Salim Holden will come off the bench, only other player in double figures. Here's a pass to Wilchcombe, launches a straightaway 3. Too hard off the glass. Lawrence, another offensive board, keeps it alive but dribbles it out of bounds in the left corner. I know Roger hates that three-pointer from Wilchcombe. He's made 30% of them on the year.
That's not very good. The girls' team shot 40-some tonight.
Fair enough. Sterling a 5-2 lead early on. Eagles have been a little bit slow to start games lately as Oler fumbles it, recovers near the volleyball lines, works it around left side McMahon, back outside the arc it goes. Wyndham Hayes up top, pull up Jay, long 2 over Wilchcombe, won't go. Hayes barrels over the top of Malvo, batted the ball out of bounds. Hayes has been all over. Got some applause from head coach Dean Jaderston here on the Warriors sideline. 5-2 Warriors. Malvo running hip for hip with McMahon, had the ball jarred free. McMahon gets the steal. Warriors will slow it down. McMahon at the foul line, lofts it to the corner. Hayes, little shoulder fake. He'll drive, slips, and is called for the travel before he hit the fall away. Turnover for the Warriors. Sloppy Oklahoma Wesleyan start. They're 1 of 5 shooting to open this thing. Here's Malvo slipping through some backcourt traffic, finds Rowe on the left wing. Rowe had the ball poked free, picks it back up, works on Hayes across the foul line. Sets it back out to Albert Lawrence. We've got a foul up top. Keyshawn McMahon, a little hand fighting with Malvo going on behind the play. Second team foul. McMahon's first. Tipped it on the side. Eagles without a three-point field goal. Malvo tried to change it, rattles in and out, tipped an offensive board, hesitates, gets the bucket and the foul. Another offensive rebound. The prowess on the glass showing up early on. Already 3 offensive boards, although that a product of a fair amount of missed shots, but at least they're getting after their misses.
Well, we need to, because we haven't shot real well from the outside yet, so.
5-4, tipped in, goes to the line, chance for one more. Lance coming off of his 3rd double-double of the season against Avila, 16 points and 11 rebounds. 2 fouls already on Isaac Ostrowski for Sterling. So he exits. Trey Dubert, the senior, checks into the game. Shooting whiz. Tipped in, hits the foul shot. We're knotted at 5. Lance will check out. Jake Feichert comes in. The Eagles are going to show some full court pressure here. Donnie Bostwick shown a willingness in the last 3 to 4 games to break away from his 5-for-5 platoon substitutions, trying to break up his units. Dubert, the senior, comes into the game. Here's Hayes running straight through the pressure in the backcourt, throws a sloppy pass. Rowe picks it off, 2-on-2. Rowe on the right elbow, dumps it off for Feichert, and that'll slow down the break. Tied at 5, 3 minutes in. Lawrence up top to Jake right wing. Wilchcomb mid-post on Wyndham Hayes. He has 3 inches of height. Wilchcomb barrels over Wyndham Hayes, and then it's an offensive foul.
See,
first one on Josh.
He's too far away from the bucket there. Pass the ball back out front, start all over again.
More full court pressure for the Eagles. 16:44 remains. #1 team in the country taking on a team that's eliminated from conference tournament contention. No chance they can be one of the top 8 with a 5-16 league record. Dean Jaderston having a conversation with one of the officials. I think there's maybe a spot on the court or something they didn't like.
What they got, the trainer was standing up, and he said, got to be seated. And so she was not happy.
Lucas Breyer checks in for the Warriors, passes it in to Dubert, 85 feet away from his own basket. Dubert works on Rowe. Rowe gets long arms on it, bats the ball out of bounds.
I'll tell you, when you put him up on that front line.
Got a timeout for Sterling. Go ahead. Rowe, just such an alter on the defensive side of things. He's 6'7", but I think that wingspan has got to be close to 7 feet. And there's really so many different ways you can use a player with the skills of a guard and a 7-foot wingspan to your advantage. It seems like in every situation, it's beneficial to have a guy like Isaac Rowe on the floor. He had that issue with his foot, had a wart on the bottom of it, healed a lot quicker than expected. So he's back at full strength. Had a really nice game against Avila, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. He was the guy that went over the 1,400-point threshold for his career. 2 years at Sagu, 2 years here. Participant in 3 national tournaments. In all likelihood going to make it 4, and has been an integral piece of 4 national tournament teams. That's just incredible.
He's so unselfish, and he's so quiet. You know, you don't hear much out of him. He just plays. But he's so stinking quick, too.
Kind of a guy that plays by the beat of his own drum, but not in a selfish way.
Yeah, you're
just
right.
a unique character.
Yep.
One of the many puzzle pieces on this Eagle roster. 5 all, 16:30 to go. Sterling basketball. Here's Jemai Wyndham Hayes, left wing, drives in, draws contact in the paint, and he's going to have 2 shots here coming up. See who this foul is on. They got it on Feichert. While we're on the topic of Jake Feichert, do want to wish a happy birthday to his future father-in-law, Kevin Howard, down in the Fort Worth, Texas area. Kevin, if you're watching, listening, happy birthday to you. Hope you have a good one. As Wyndham Hayes hits the foul shot.
And Kevin, he said you were the best father-in-law he's ever had. So
hopefully the
future
only
father-in-law. So anyway, happy birthday.
Of course, Jake's set to get married to his fiancee, Brittany Howard, coming up soon. Free throw missed. Wilchcomb gets the board. Eagles racing in transition. Rowe top of the key on in. Runs into Wyndham Hayes, and it's going to be a blocking foul. That one a 50-50 call. Could have gone either way. It's on the pass, not on the shot. Rowe rotates that right shoulder as he came down very hard. Foul on Wyndham Hayes. 4th team foul on Sterling already. Rowe's going to inbound from the baseline. Sterling holds a narrow 6-5 lead. Rowe scanning, finds Wilchcomb, tippy toes on the baseline, flings it cross court. Lawrence steps into a 3, and that went off back iron. Wilchcomb offensive board, back to Lawrence left side, shot fake, Back up top, Fikert heaves a deep one. That one off the mark. Rebound goes to Dubert. Sterling 1 point lead. They'll work in transition. Here's Keenan Comley, younger brother of Kyla Comley, the girls' star. Pass to the corner, right side three ball. Good from Lucas Breyer, a freshman from Sterling, Kansas. 9-5, Warriors lead it. Couple guys from the hometown. Rowe kicks it left corner. Lawrence feeds on the block for Wilchcomb. Tipped by Wyndham Hayes. Loose ball saved by Fikert. Pull up 8-footer leaning in. No. Fikert gets his own rebound and they'll reset. Rowe has it up top. Wesleyan struggling to shoot. They're 2 of 8. Rowe crossover at the foul line. Spinning inside with the left hand. Soft touch. Falls off front iron. Down and in. First bucket for Isaac. Sterling's lead cut in half. It's 9-7. Sterling 12 games under 500. They've got the early advantage as Lawrence called for a foul up top. Little hand check into Riley Hayes. And now we'll see a wave of subs.
I didn't see both hands on him there, so I don't know. But
9-7 at the 15-20 mark. The rest of Roger Skelly's blue collar unit comes out. Harris, Kirk Harris, Jansen Litsky, Brooks Haddock, and Chris Murphy. Jake Fikert came in a few minutes ago, remains on the floor. These guys work really hard. It's always fun to see how well the favor of the game goes when you put in the second unit. Here's Dubert, passes to Wyndham Hayes up top, leading scorer for this team on the season. Now a three-ball launch from Breyer in the corner, no good after making one on the last possession. Here's Kirk Harris, top of the key, running in. Harris dribbles to the corner, picks it up, finds Fikert. They'll work it around to the left side. Sharpshooter Brooks Haddock, the star freshman, with it averages over 10 a game. They'll work it back around. A lot of passing here from this second unit. Haddock on the left side, 12 to shoot, gets a pick from Murphy, pulls up foul line leaner, buries it. He's so good. Freshman that has made an instant impact for this team, and we're knotted at 9. 14:30 to go. Outside with the ball, Comley picks up his dribble, throws it right side for Salim Holden. A second semester addition. He shoots it at 57% from beyond the arc in his 10 games. Feeds Wyndham Hayes, top of the key, barrels in, lost the ball, and a foul called late in the course of that play. It's going to be 2 free throws for Jemai Wyndham Hayes. Litsky picks up the violation. 4th team for the Eagles. Wyndham Hayes, 71% foul shooter, 1 of 2 earlier today. 76% is what they shoot as a team. First one misses there. Wyndham Hayes, 15 points, 8 rebounds per contest, only a sophomore. A little bit of an undersized post player. Gets the second one to go. 10-9, Sterling back out in front. Wyndham Hayes is going to check out. Substitution here for Sterling. Eagles down 1. They have the ball offensively. Fikert throws it to Haddock on the baseline. Matched up one-on-one with Dubert. Haddock rises, falls away, misses. Battle for the board. It's loose. Sterling has it with Dubert. Dubert running the floor. 4-year player in this league. Here's Salim Holden. Eagles first look at him. Now Dubert right wing. Face-to-face with Harris outside the perimeter. Back to Holden. Sterling by 1. They have the ball. Here's Comley. Drives in, dumps it off. And the ball is lost out of bounds. They say last touch by the Warriors. Eagles are going to gain that one back as Thiessen had that ball hit off his hip.
I think Brooks forced one down here a little bit on that last one. That's a tough shot.
Haddock with the ball again up top. Freshman on senior. Throws it to Litsky. Back to Haddock on the left side. Haddock, mid-post to Murphy on the left. Back up top, Harris shoots a rare 3 and buries it. Only the 4th one he's made all season on 6 attempts, but Kirk Harris puts the Eagles back out in front, 12-10. And we've got a timeout from Coach Jaderson. He wants a full 60 seconds. 13-12 left on the first quarter clock. It's the Eagles 12 and Sterling 10. More action from Mueller coming up.
He going
at 35%. Sterling has it on offense. Their second semester ad, Salim Holden drives, kicks it right side, Dubert. Dubert getting inside. A wild layup attempt might have been blocked by Litsky in the paint. Eagles come away with it. They'll push. Kirk Harris, sprinter speed into the front court. He took an extra step as he tried to gather himself, trying to slow down from that sprinter's pace. Keyshawn McMahon reemerges as Keenan Conley, the 5'8 freshman, sits down. 7 minutes into this thing, both teams feeling it out. Sterling has only attempted 6 shots, the Eagles 14. Now Lucas Breyer, another corner three. That one barely grazes the underside of the rim. Offensive board, Holden, little turnaround, 6-footer, good. The junior from Chicago, Illinois, gets his first bucket. We're knotted up at 12. Harris, Haddock, Litsky, Murphy, and Fikert, the 5 on the floor for Donnie Bostwick. Head ball coach has won 322 games in his career. Here's Murphy, short corner, left side. Backs down, Fison. Dribble the ball off his foot, and it goes across the baseline there. Eagles give it up for the 5th time already.
Pass the ball, pass the ball, pass the ball. Come on.
We'll see subs at the 12:15 mark, starting 5, check back in. Rowe, Tipton, Wilchcomb, Lawrence, and KJ Malvo.
None of us, neither 5 have played very well here. We got to play a little better.
Nobody with more than 1 field goal in the contest so far for Wesleyan. 12 all. Here's McMahon, makes his move, works it back to the right wing for Dubert. Up top, Wyndham Hayes. Malvo with some help defense. Wyndham Hayes drives, gets past Wilchcomb, and scores off the glass. Wyndham Hayes with 4 points early on. 14-12, Sterling back in front. The Eagles need to kick the offense into gear. 5 of 15 shooting. Here's Tipton on the inside. Tipton from the mid-post, no good. Battle for the board, it's loose. Wyndham Hayes wins the battle. Warriors have it. 2-point lead. Dubert runs across the far side, throws it Wyndham Hayes up top. Back to Isaac Ostrowski back in the game with 2 fouls. Here's McMahon, pulls up a 3 off a pick, wide open, cashes in. Senior from New Jersey gets his first bucket, only shoots at 21% from beyond the arc, but when you're that open, it's hard to miss, and Isaac Rowe calls a timeout. 17-12, Sterling back out in front. 11 minutes, 22 seconds remain in the contest. Eagles struggling here. It's full timeout. We'll take another break. More Eagle basketball live from Bartlesville coming at you. Going to come back after this spot. (17-12), Sterling has the advantage. Max Gross, Roger Skelly coming at you. KPGM's Wednesday Night Hoops. Roger, what are you seeing out there in the first 8+ minutes of action?
We're just not sharp. Not as sharp as what we normally are. You keep thinking all along we're going to catch fire and we're going to be okay. And we could have we've seen it where we've had a whole game. We've also seen it, we've been down 20 at halftime. I don't want to see that, and I think Donnie is the same way. And we got to come to life.
We'll see how they respond out of the timeout. Rowe has it up top. On the dribble, straight away, drives through the left side of the lane, pivots, now feeds Malvo. Straight away, 3 ball, that one no good. Wesleyan, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc, a team that shoots it at 37% as a collective group. Wyndham Hayes drives on Wilchcomb, lost his footing, and we've got a foul called from the backside referee. That's the second one on Wilchcomb. I thought he just tripped.
That was a poor call. If a guy steps on the side of your foot or if he goes down, I mean, hey, that's a terrible call.
So Wilchcomb going to sit down with 11 minutes left in the first half. Litsky enters with a starting 5. Sterling basketball. Holden has the ball poked away. It's loose in the corner. Wyndham Hayes saves it for the Warriors. McMahon cross-court pass. Dubert rises for 3. No good. Battle for the board. Litsky wins it. Wesleyan has the ball down 5. Working on offense. 5 of 16 is what they've shot early on. Tipton in the mid-post. Tipton cross-court. Lawrence. Lawrence straight away, hesitates, fires the three, and buries it. Albert Lawrence, 31% is what he shoots it on the year. 17-15, that was a big one there for the Eagles. Just their second as a team. Here's Holden on the right wing, guarded by Rowe. Holden at 6'5", gives it off Wyndham Hayes, stumbles and is fouled as he was losing the ball. Litsky called for the foul there. I think that's his second as well. Donnie's got a decision to make here. 2 on Wilchcomb, 2 on Litsky. 10 minutes left in the half. We're going to see Chris Murphy come in now.
Going to be 1-1 for Sterling on the next foul.
The inbound, a quick tip in for Wyndham Hayes. He's got 6. It's 19-15. Eagles struggling here early on. Here's Rowe on the left side. Rowe, step back, fires the three. Soft touch, it's in. Nothing but net for Rowe. He's got 5. First Eagle with multiple field goals. 19-18 at the 10-minute mark. Sterling has the advantage. Outside with it, Holden throws a cross-court pass. Nearly hit the rafters, goes out of bounds. Not sure what he was trying to do there. Eagles get it off the turnover. 4th time Sterling's given the ball up today. 9:47 left first half. Eagles could take the lead with a bucket here. Got to think that would be their preference. Here's Lawrence on the right wing. Throws it up top. Murphy, the reserve big man. Now Rowe to Tipton on the post. Up top, Lawrence wide open for 3 off the backside curl, and he connects on another one. Albert Lawrence, his second 3 of the first half. He's got a team high 6. Eagles go out in front 21-19. Inside Salim Holden dribbling in traffic. Ball loose on the deck. We've got a tie-up. Possession arrow is going to point toward Oklahoma Wesleyan. Good effort there as the Eagles starting to steal some momentum. They're on a 9-2 run over the last 2 minutes.
You just feel the momentum switch here.
And how about Albert Lawrence, a kid that doesn't shoot the ball a ton, a senior here. He's passed up a lot of shots to his teammates this season. Only had 2 attempts on Saturday. Already 2 makes here. Couple minutes into this thing. 21-19 Wesleyan leads. Murphy up top, feeds Lawrence on the right wing. Lawrence dribble drive. Lawrence gets to the rack, can't quite finish, and nearly saved on the baseline, but it's going to be Sterling's possession. And right after I give him credit for being selfless, a little bit greedy on that
I'm going
take.
to tell you what, though, I love this bunch the way they go to the boards. You know, that was a tough shot. I thought he was going to make it, but boy, there were 2 of them in there after that offensive rebound.
And how about this? Sterling shooting it 11% better from the floor, but yet the Eagles have 4 more rebounds. That tells you everything to know about this top rebounding team in the nation. Here's Riley Hayes with the ball offensively for the Warriors. Kicks it right, McMahon. Little hesitation. Steps by Malvo. Now they work it left. Here's Oler on the left side. Oler around to the top of the key. Works it weak side. McMahon wide open for the triple, and he buries it. Second one from McMahon. Sterling back out in front, 22-21. 8.5 minutes remaining first half. Here's Rowe, dribble drive, works it weak side Murphy. Back outside Isaac, works on Hayes. Rowe, right wing, drives in, throws it up top, Tipton, catches, gathers, fires, and fills it in. Second one from Tipton. Eagles 4 of 12 from beyond the arc. They've made 3 of their last 4. Back out in front, 24-22. Tipton from beyond the arc, been something special of late. Riley Hayes carves up space inside, no good. Offensive board, Sterling works it back outside. Ostrowski the deep ball, off the mark. Rebound for Chris Murphy. Lance Tipton's hit 3s at a 68% clip. Last 4, Lawrence launches another, and he converts. Right wing triple on in. Eagles up 27-22. 15-5 is the run over 4 minutes. How about the spark Lawrence has provided when the team needs it? The senior playing in his second to last true home game. 3-year player in this program, transferred from Southwestern Assemblies of God University a year before Donnie came over with several other guys. 6 seconds to shoot, outside with it, Oler straight away. Now McMahon dials up another open shot. That one rims out Wyndham Hayes. Offensive board and a tap back. Eagles have allowed 3 offensive boards. Wyndham Hayes has a team high 8 for Sterling, 27-24. Malvo has it outside. KJ scored the first bucket of the game, none since. Passes off Tipton, drives, dumps it off Murphy, and a 2-handed slam for the senior forward.
Great pass. great pass. That's all you can say.
Eagles by 7. 6:45 left. Tap pass to the corner. Oler, three-pointer, no good. Check that, a 5-point lead, 29-24. Malvo passes to Lawrence, one more. He got another. The Rainmaker, Albert Lawrence, his 4th one of the first half. 32-24. We've got a timeout for Sterling. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. For the defensive effort that he puts in, day out. Doesn't necessarily get noticed. I think it's a travesty that the conference hasn't given him Defensive Player of the Week once. Not a single Eagle has won Offensive or Defensive Player of the Week. They're the #1 team in the country, Roger. I think it's ridiculous. Take note, conference office. Here's Hayes, pull up Jay, off back rim, falls out. Guess who? Albert Lawrence gets the board. And a foul called in the backcourt. Albert's going to go to the line.
You know, here's what I think right now. I think Sterling, when they see this bunch in here, they think it's, what they're going to find out, this bunch here can play defense just as good as any of them. And I'll be greatly surprised if this bunch here doesn't run the score more.
Actually, only the 5th foul on Sterling. I got a bit ahead of myself. Eagles by 8 with possession, 6.5. Here's Harris right corner as the Eagles made some subs. Lawrence stays in with the hot hand. Here's Harris driving, spinning, and finishing with contact. Eagle lead stretched to 10. How's that for momentum? Kirk Harris, what a move. The fancy footwork to finish inside. Love the fire that this Eagle group plays with day in, day out. Kirk Harris has come off the bench. He's a real spark plug guy, such an efficient scorer. Doesn't take a lot of shots, and he doesn't really miss a lot of shots either. Foul shot, no good. Rebound for Sterling. Eagles up by 10. They were down 5 just 6 minutes ago. Here's Riley Hayes, top of the key on in, gathers, and is met by opposition at the rim. Forced to miss. Harris gets rid of it to Fiker. Jake pushes the tempo. The senior runs the middle of the floor. Jake drives in, kicks to Haddock right side. Works by Oler, and a foul called. Haddock works down to the floor.
I'm glad he kept his dribble. I thought we were going to get a walk.
It's going to be 1-1 for Haddock. 93% is all he shoots from the foul line. So the run dating back to about the 11.5-minute mark for the Eagles. 22-7 in 6 minutes. Haddock at the stripe, converts. 11-point Eagle lead at 35-24. We'll see Isaac Rowe enter. So I believe Albert Lawrence leaves as hearty applause comes. 5.5 left in the first half. #1 team in the nation, looking more like it in this last segment of ball game. Albert Lawrence, 12 points to lead all scorers. Nobody else with more than 6. Haddock hits it. A situation we hadn't touched on, Roger, in a minute is the big guys in foul trouble. Litsky and Wilchcomb both have 2. Isaac Rowe right now is playing a pseudo center. Small ball lineup, nearly forces a turnover. Rowe couldn't quite reel it in on the baseline. Yeah. Isaac Rowe is the Draymond Green, if you will, of this lineup, playing the small ball center position. McMahon baseline inbound, 20 to shoot for Sterling, plenty of time. They're down 12. Shooting percentage down to 42. Eagles at 52. Here's McMahon on the outside. Small point guard drives in, little turnaround fall away, 8-footer, buries it. 8 points for McMahon. Him and Wyndham Hayes with 8 apiece, 36-26. Here's Harris on the left side. Harris over to the wing. He's got 5 in the first half, gets a pick from Rowe. Harris dumps it off Rowe at the foul line, shoots for 3. That one no good. Ostrowski gets the board. Harris passed up a wide open look. Sometimes selflessness, not the greatest trait, but still up 10. McMahon in the lane has Ostrowski, a deep 3, hand in his face, doesn't matter. First one he's gotten to go, 37% outside shooter. And Donnie wants a quick timeout as Sterling got its feet back under him. 4:35 left, 36-29. 7-point Oklahoma Wesleyan lead. 32nd. Fun to watch. Eagles 14 threes on Saturday. They've hit 7 of their first 15 early on. Sterling 5 of 12. Not too shabby either. Pass to the right corner. Haddock wide open, and he's going to hit that every single time. Sharp shooter, can't leave him open. Eagles now have 8 threes. Lead stretched back to 10. What a play out of the timeout. If you can get Haddock wide open, that's definitely a lapse in the defense. Here's a pass inside, tipped by Fikert. Loose ball at midcourt. Sterling saves it. Here's Dubert, throws it to Ostrowski. We'll see if he sets up another one. Instead, heaves it cross court for Dubert. Falling away the 3 ball, no good. Isaac Rowe secures the board. Isaac running the floor. He's the center out there, and he's playing point guard. Pull up free throw line. Jay left it a little bit short. Battle for the board inside. Fikert wins it. Fikert hit as he puts a shot up. An all hustle play right there. Eagles have 7 offensive boards.
Mr. Hustle, that's what you call it.
He had no business getting that board. He also was guarding the post player, Thiessen, a 6'6" big guy. He poked that ball free on the other end of the court.
He is not afraid to guard anybody, and he's not afraid to rebound with anybody.
87% foul shooter. Hits that one. He was the leading free throw shooter in the conference percentage-wise. His attempts have dipped below the minimum requisite to keep you on the leaderboard, but for all intents and purposes, the best foul shooter in the conference, even better than Cameron Hunt of Southwestern. 40-29 is the Eagle lead. They've gained control of this one. This game, first 12 minutes, Sterling looked like the better squad. Fikert hits another one, 12-point advantage, 41-29, 3:40 left first half. Salim Holden, quick dribble, moves too quick, lost the ball. Haddock gets the steal. Here's KJ Malvo in the game to Tipton, left corner, throws it away. Malvo saves it just inside midcourt to Haddock. Wide open, passes it up, Tipton for 3. That one good. The Eagles have hit 9 of them. Lance has 2, 9 points for him, 44-29. How about that, Roger?
That timeout was worth every bit of that. You notice it? Boy, they just
8-0 run since then. A full timeout for Coach Jaderston on 4:29, 3:21 left first half. Eagles rolling since the 8-minute mark. 5-point deficit turned to a 15-point lead. They've got Fikert, Malvo, Haddock, Tipton, and Rowe out there. A little bit smaller lineup. Litsky and Wilchcomb on the bench, 2 fouls apiece. The post presences. Here's McMahon, top of the key, shot fake, feeds Hayes, steps into a left wing triple, off front iron, off the mark. Here's Malvo. He's been quiet today as well. Only 2 points. Scored the first 2 for the Eagles. None since. Wesleyan 9 of 17 from beyond the arc. 51% overall. Malvo puts his head down, drives inside, a finger roll finish off the glass. Right on cue, Malvo scores. 46-29, and these Eagles putting up points in a major way. Nearly to the half-century mark here with 2.5 minutes left in the first. Sterling looking for answers. The Eagles have just put on an onslaught of late. Here's Ostrowski, dials one in from distance, rattles in and out. Malvo secures the board. Eagles have scored 34 points in the last 9 minutes. Tipton, a long one. He got another. Lance has made 16 threes the last 5 games. The lead is 20. They've hit 10 from beyond the arc. They only need 12 for the Chick-fil-A Chicken Mini Challenge. Might get there by the break. 2 minutes left. The lead is 20 all of a sudden. If you took a little bit of a snack break or something here, you might be wondering what's going on here. The Eagles finally commit their 7th foul. They were near the bonus probably about 7-8 minutes ago. Stayed out of trouble. KJ picks up his first right there. It's going to send Isaac Ostrowski to the foul line.
That was good defense, and he may have. I thought Ostrowski walked, or he slid a little bit, but that may have been caused by the contact. So
Ostrowski averages just shy of 10 per game. They've limited him to 4 as he connects the first foul shot. Sterling just 3 of 5 from the line. The Eagles have been the more aggressive team. Second one from Ostrowski falls in as well. 49-31. Eagles have won 8 ball games in a row. They're 13-1 on the home floor. Got to figure the national tournament a lock by now. You almost figure potential 1 seed could be a lock. Here's Rowe, drives inside, falling away, gets it to go. Tough look for Isaac. 51-31, minute 40 left rather. Donnie Bostwick said about 6 teams pretty much interchangeable for the 1 seed. Eagles definitely in that mix for the number 1 overall seed, number 1 ranking, but the Eagles have it right now. One of 2 teams with less than 2 losses, the other being Southwestern. 8 seconds to shoot here for Keyshawn McMahon. Makes his move straight away, drives left side, kicks it Wyndham Hayes. Little head fake, gets free, elbow J to beat the buzzer. No good. Tipton secures the rebound. Lance in double digits with 12. He gets the ball back, top of the key, dumps it off Malvo, right wing, steps by McMahon. Malvo to Tipton, launches another 3. That one good. Lance Tipton, he's got 4 in the first half. They've hit 11 as a team. It's 54-31. How about this offense? Tipton with 15. Here's Hayes dribbling left wing, nearly lost it, picks it back up. Double teamed underhand to McMahon. Now they work it weak side. Dubert open for 3, and he buries that one. Trey Dubert's first. 54-34. 10-second differential between game clock and shot clock. Here's Malvo. They work it to Fikert. Thought about a deep one. Now drives through the teeth of the defense. Finger roll off the glass. No good. Jake might have been fouled. Shot clock turned off, but Sterling's going to take the transition opportunity. Dubert tries another one from the wing. In and out. Tipton gets the board. Quick outlet to midcourt. Jake Fikert. Fikert's going to throw it inside for Rowe. Rowe got too far underneath. They'll reset up top. 10 seconds left. Eagles lead it 54-34. Malvo. 6 seconds, works in. Malvo inside, gets the finger roll look, draws a foul first.
Put your jock back on, boys. I think he just faked you out of it.
Sure did. 4.2 seconds left in the half as KJ goes to the line. Eagles a 20-point advantage.
I don't know if number 1 is quite as good a defender as he thinks he is. He got left in the dust on that one.
KJ's got that ability. First foul shot up and in. 5 for KJ. 80% foul shooter. 55-34. Eagles need to defend for 4 more seconds after this foul shot. How about this first half, though? Looked like it might be the same old story as we've seen in some of these games. A little bit of a slow start, but they put it into gear quickly.
You know, when you put it into gear and then all of a sudden the other team starts missing. You notice that?
Yeah, absolutely. Malvo's second one good, 22-point gap. With the ball, Brondrick Bell, 2 seconds as he crosses the timeline, pulls up from 40, off to the right. We'll head to halftime. The Eagles, a huge lead, 56-34. We'll talk about how they made it happen when we return. Halftime show on the way. half of action here from the Mueller Sports Center in Bartlesville. Number 1 ranked Oklahoma Wesleyan leads Sterling 56-34. Warriors start with the basketball original starting fives back out there for both sides. Here's Riley Hayes. Dumps it off on the block. Ostrowski right side to Wyndham Hayes, charging from the top of the key on in. Throws it left baseline. Oler for 3. No good. Rebound tapped around and saved by Ostrowski. Back up top, McMahon. Wyndham Hayes spins a 3 ball. That one off the right side. No good. See if the Eagles can put this team to bed. They've hit 11 threes on 19 attempts. Here's a backside lob to Wilchcomb. He's ripped on his way up to the rim. Foul going to go on Christian Oler. I think that's a shooting foul. Big Josh not a factor in the first half. Had 2 early fouls. Donnie opted to go with the smaller, more athletic lineup. Josh didn't register a point. He'll have an opportunity here. 3rd foul on Oler. 75% foul shooter. That one off to the right. Eagles next in action on Saturday against York. 8-11 team battling for position right now, tied for 7th. Josh bends at the knee. No good, and we've got a lane violation.
York beat Ottawa.
Wow,
That's
big win there for York. Always a hard trip to go to York, Nebraska, especially for Ottawa, a team in the Kansas City area. I'm not gonna make any excuses for anybody traveling. I think ourselves here at Wesleyan and the Eagle, or excuse me, in York, up in Nebraska, have the worst travel of anybody in the league. Josh misses all 3 free throws, even with the second chance lane violation. Here's McMahon, works at short corner. Oler, the senior from Moore. Wyndham Hayes crosses over, back to Oler, left corner, drives on in, throws it back up top, McMahon. Oler camps in the corner, sets, fires, and misses the 3. Board for Wilchcomb on the inside, his 3rd. Eagles +9 on the glass. They advance it quickly. Albert Lawrence pulls up for 3, and that one's good. 5 for Albert. He's got 15 points. My goodness. Albert Lawrence reigned it in. 59-34 is the Eagle lead. Here's Wyndham Hayes up top, McMahon. Dribble drive, gets inside. Lawrence rips it away. Lawrence is going to pull up for another. And that one no good. Tip jam for Josh. Oh my, fly high, Josh Wilchcomb. The roof raised here at Mueller.
You could see that one coming.
61-34 is the Eagle lead. Oh my. And a block for Wilchcomb inside on Wyndham Hayes. Rowe comes away with the loose basketball. Here's a pass to the corner. Lawrence, a little shot fake. Lawrence looked like he couldn't miss for a second. Now he's going to step back, pulls another one. No good. Rebound tap back to Isaac Rowe at midcourt. This game is getting crazy to say the least. Here's Lawrence in the corner.
Must be wanting him to score a bunch tonight.
Tipton gets another one. It's a 3-point contest tonight as Lance has 5, Albert has 5. Chicken minis for everyone. 64-34. Eagles on an 8-0 run as Hayes gets one in over the top of Wilchcomb on the inside. New season high for Isaac Rowe tonight, 15 points. Excuse me, Albert Lawrence. Albert Lawrence, the new season high. 64-36. We've had some exciting play already. 2 3-pointers and a big tip jam dunk. Here's Malvo outside to Rowe on the right wing. Fans getting a show tonight from the #1 team in the nation. Lawrence frees himself off a pick, drives inside. He's swatted to the next county by Wyndham Hayes. That was a humbling shot attempt there, to say the least. Far side pass, Riley Hayes, left corner. Passes between his legs to Wyndham Hayes, drives, throws it away. Tipton steals it, saves it on the baseline as well. Eagles on the break. Here's Malvo to Lawrence, steps into one right side, and that one off the mark. He's missed 3 in a row now.
I think they're wanting to see let him do a lot of scoring tonight.
He had 5 of his first 6, 0 of 3 since then. Ostrowski wide open for the Warriors. 3-pointer misses. Eagles push it in transition, up by 28. Malvo gets away from traffic. KJ in the lane, gets underneath, falls away. No good. Wilchcomb right there for an easy setback. 66-36. I think Malvo thought he got fouled. Eagles just running away with it already. 10-2 run in the first 4 minutes. This one feels like a pickup game. Here's Wyndham Hayes, launches one straight away, buries it. 66-39. See if we can restore some order here. Rowe has it on the outside. He's got 8 in the first half. Holds on to that basketball. Been a different player last few. Tipton sets up for 3. He gets it again. Big Lance has 6 of them. 21 points. Over 20 for the second time this season. Here's Wilchcombe, a block inside. Tipton fetches the loose ball. Eagles by 30. Lawrence slings it to Rowe. Rowe, crossover dribble, nearly lost it. He's in the right corner. Up top, Malvo. Malvo pulls up right side for 3. He gets it to go. Woo! 14 threes, back-to-back games. This team looks like the #1 team in the country if I've ever seen them before. 72-39. This team trying to break some offensive records here tonight. McMahon lines up a 3. That one off the mark. Rebound saved by Oler. Back up top, Wyndham Hayes. Eagles by 33. McMahon, crossover dribble, right wing. He's trapped, passes to a cutting Hayes, and sets that one up and in. Good play there. Nice cut by Hayes. The junior has 9 points. 72-41.
I don't believe the defense is quite as strong as it was earlier.
Pull up 3 for KJ off a pick. That one, no good. Almost tapped out of bounds off the front rim. Looked like he could have had the roll.
Well, here comes the blue collar boys. We're going to see what
Here's some hard work, but how about this? Tipton 6 threes. Lawrence has 5. 11 combined threes between 2 guys. We played 25 minutes of basketball. This is insane. You remember here last year, Roger, Sterling hit 21 threes. Still lost at 90-87, but the Eagles, I think they remember that. I think they were embarrassed by the defensive effort. They want to make up for it here tonight. They've hit 15, just made the announcement about chicken minis over the loudspeaker. Pull up Jay for Hayes, 11 points for him. 72-43, the 14-minute mark. Here's Haddock, left wing. Haddock drives baseline. Haddock picks up his dribble, floats it back up top for Harris. Harris being challenged by McMahon, gets a pick from Litsky. Harris over toward the right wing to Murphy, back to Haddock, 10 to shoot. Haddock, jab step right, drives left, falling away, baseline 8-footer, misses short. Murphy offensive board and back out. They'll set up Fikert falling away for 3, in and out. Jake's 3-point struggles continue. 3 of his last 4 games, he has not made a 3-pointer. Uncharacteristic from a guy who was a top 3-point shooter in the KCAC last season. 72-43, McMahon, handoff, Thyssen spins, reverses it to Breyer. Now McMahon throws that one way too high for Hayes in the corner. Sterling's turned the ball over now 8 times, not a bad number given the pace of this game and the large deficit as well.
Well, it's, what else can you say? Sterling is a little bit going through the motions, and yet they don't want to get beat bad, but they already are, you know.
Pull-up jumper. Kirk Harris catches in. Yeah, I get your point, Roger. Playing for pride down the line here as Thyssen hits the 3.
And, you know, you can't, a coach can't say they run the score up on you or anything because, hey, this is the second 5.
Well, yeah,
you know?
And we've still got 13+ in the game. It's got the feel of the final 5 minutes. Here's Haddock on the right side, drives baseline, turns around, tight defense from Dubert. Haddock trying to get rid of the basketball, finally feeds it to Fikert, 10 to shoot. Fikert has the ball poked by McMahon. He's upended, tripped as the ball was loose. That's a foul on McMahon. Good defensive effort there. It's the kind of thing you like to see if you're Sterling.
Yeah, he plays hard, you know. He just wants to be in the hip pocket on those guys.
McMahon looks frustrated. Coach Shaderston telling him good hustle out there, playing tight defense on Fikert. That's all you can do. 74-46, 13 to go. Here's Harris, drives the lane, kicks it to a wide open Fikert, hesitates, now fires the 3, no good. Battle for the rebound won by Lucas Breyer of Sterling. Fikert's shooting woes continue. Jake's 0 for 3 today from the field. Outside with it, Riley Hayes. Now Bell on the right side, handoff Dubert. Dubert kicks it up top, Thyssen. They work it around left side. Hayes jacks the 3, and he got another one. 9 points for Hayes in this second half. He's got 14 total for the game, 74-49. Donnie doesn't like the effort from the second unit. Starters are going to be coming back in a second. Here's Fikert. Tip pass Bird. Skips it to Harris, top of the key. Kirk drives, gets underneath, dumps off for Murphy. Murphy blocked on the first try, second look, gets it back and scores. 4 for Chris Murphy. 76-49. Here's Hayes, foul line, underhands it to Bell, right wing, pump fake, drives in, kicks it to the corner left. Lucas Pryor launches and converts. Pryor hits his second, 76-52. Sterling, all of a sudden, their shooter's waking up. Scored 18 points in this half. Here's a pass to Murphy, driving baseline, bucket and the foul. Off the great setup from his former Richland Community College teammate, Kirk Harris. Coach Bostrick was telling me how former men's and women's head coach Mark Mulder was instrumental in the recruiting of those two junior college superstars. Glue guys on this team, undoubtedly.
Well, I can remember last summer talking with him, and he had a point guard that he was really after, but he didn't get. But he said Lance Tipton coming, and then he got Brooke Patty, and that was a big deal for him.
Tipton dials in another one off the missed free throw, offensive board. Watching Lance has 7 23s in the last 5 games for him. 81-52. That ties the team high for most threes made in a season, at least this year. Dubert with a response on the other end. 81-55. Looks like an NBA game. 16 threes for the Eagles, 11 for Sterling. Here's Lawrence, crossover dribble, runs into Dubert, draws the foul. Lance Tipton. He's 7 of 9 from 3. He's got 24 points in this one. Jake Feikert's 29 points against McPherson, the most anybody's put up for the Eagles this season. Haven't had a 30-point performance. Malvo off a pick, top of the key, falling away. That one goes. A circus jumper from KJ. And he's in double figures now for the 20th time this season, 47th time in the last 2 years he's been here at Oklahoma Wesleyan. It's 83-55. These guys are making some incredible shots. Crowd doesn't even rise to its feet anymore. They've done it so many times this half. Hayes on the left side. Hayes, skip past Bell, 7 to shoot. Bell, step back 3, launches it straight away. It's good. Sterling's hit 12 of them. 28 combined threes. 83-58, 25-point contest. Eagles have the starters out there. Here's Malvo, double team. Tries to get it to Tipton, instead to Wilchcomb inside. Double clutches, now pulls up and scores from 7 feet out. Big Josh has 7 in the second half. 85-58 at the just shy of the 10-minute mark. Inside the ball goes to Wyndham Hayes, a foul called. First one on the Eagles here in this second half. Wilchcomb picks up his third. 55% is what Wesleyan's shooting in this one. Nice to see, Roger, in a game that was, Sterling's to run with 10 minutes in, to see the Eagles respond like this. Give up an easy one to Sean Nordberg off the inbound, though, 85-60.
That's 2 times that inbounds pass tonight we have been asleep on, and they just dropped it over our head.
Good.
Here's Wilchcomb straight away, hands off to Isaac Rowe, same spot. Rowe drives, dumps off for Wilchcomb inside. Wilchcomb fights through the contact, can't get the shot to go, but he'll head to the line. 9:49 left in the ball game, 85-60. Eagles have a real good chance to hit that century mark. Lance Tipton a new season high with 24 points. Wilchcomb hits the free throw. 7 for Big Josh tonight. He'll have one more. And that one rattles out, and I believe we got a lane violation. Go figure. Josh holds the ball at the top of his shooting release. He's probably induced 20 of those lane violations this year on his free throws. I wish somebody kept track of that stat, because it's phenomenal.
He takes it to the top, and he's got a hesitation in it.
Second one, second try goes down. 8 for Josh. It's an 87-60 lead, 9:48 on the clock. Number 1 ranked Eagles trying to extend their winning streak to 9. Here's Bell on the outside to Dubert. Eagles look like they're in a 2-3 zone, trying to switch up the defense here. Bell throws it to the middle. Nordberg gets the 8-footer. Sterling's offense is rolling. They've scored 28 points in the half. Donnie's going to switch platoons once more at the next stoppage. Here's Tipton straight away. Hand off Elbert Lawrence right wing. The 2 stars tonight to Wilchcomb. Launches the 3. That one good. Big Josh joins the party. Wesleyans hit 17 of them tonight. Wilchcomb in double figures for the 20th time this year. It's 90-62. Eagles trying to break some offensive records tonight. Dump off down low. And we've got a bucket and a foul for Jemai Wyndham-Hayes. He's up to 10 as the Eagles seemingly can't get a stop on the defensive end despite their sharp shooting efforts offensively. So we'll see Fikert, Haddock, Harris, Murphy, and Litsky come in. So Wyndham-Hayes goes to the line. Converts the and one. He's got 11 tonight. 90-65. 9 minutes left. 25-point game. Sterling's going to put on some full court pressure. Fikert with the ball handling duties in the back court. Here's Litsky. Gets it to Fikert across the timeline. Run and gun offense for the Eagles tonight. Fikert up top, one dribble, shot fake. And he'll hold the ball. Gets it to Harris. Now mid-post, Murphy extended from the elbow. Murphy going to work, cross-court pass, Kirk Harris. Harris at the foul line, 7 to shoot. Backs away, has Nordberg guarding him. Harris dribble drive, one-on-one, rises from the foul line. Off the mark, offensive board for Murphy. Murphy goes to work on Wyndham-Hayes inside, finds the window, can't score, and he's called for a foul after the missed shot. Like the offensive rebounding effort there from Murphy, but maybe it would have been a better move to pass that one off.
Yeah, probably was not the best, but at least they trying to rebound. I'll give them credit for that. But yeah, you know, you get when you got a lead like this, you have a tendency to play a little sloppy sometimes.
Plus 13 is the rebounding margin as Nordberg launches a 3, no good, make it plus 14. In this 8-game winning streak, they've averaged out rebounding their opponents by 19 boards per game. Haddock with the dribble moves on Bell, and that induces a foul. 6th one on Sterling. 17 of 31 is the Eagles from 3 today. Season high in conference play is 20. Made that against Tabor. Real good chance to get there today. We'll touch on some more records if they happen, at least season highs. Here's Harris, left side handoff to Fikert. We'll see if he can join the three-point shooting party. Pulls up right here, and off back iron clangs it. Fikert still hasn't made one today. Who would have thought 17 makes none of them from Jake? Murphy, a block at the rim the other way. He was across the sideline trying to save that one. But a great challenge at the rim.
Max, that was really good defense there. They went straight up. You know, I thought there was going to be a wreck, but he went straight up, everything. I thought that was really good defense.
Here's a lob off the inbound, tapped by Litsky. Wyndham-Hayes recovers, but all the way back in the corner. Wyndham-Hayes on the dribble, slings it cross-court, Nordberg. Shot fake up top, McMahon. Now to Wyndham-Hayes on the block, spins, falls away, and converts from 6 feet. Jemai Wyndham-Hayes has 13 today to pace all scorers for Sterling. It's 90-67, 7.5 minutes remaining. Here's Harris to Murphy. Murphy in a tussle, tie-up possession arrow. Will keep it with Oklahoma Wesleyan. Brandon Bird comes in for the Eagles, joining Haddock, Fikert, Litsky, and Murphy. Harris sits down. Eagles have it on the side, up by 23, well on their way to their 9th straight, 26th overall. Here's Fikert, lost the ball. McMahon nearly came away with the steal. Donnie standing cross-armed down at the end of the bench. I don't know if he's 100% happy here with the effort in the second half.
I think we played a little sloppy here in the second half.
Went on that 8-0 run to start things off, had the crowd going, and all of a sudden the effort kind of decreased. Here's Fiker, dumps it off Litsky, back to Jake, right wing. 9 to shoot. Jake lost the ball. McMahon rips it away. Here's Salim Holden, middle. Passes to McMahon, left corner. Nordberg for 3 up top, and it's in. Sean Nordberg got 9, 90 to 70, and Donnie wants a timeout. 6:58 left in this thing. Have to credit Sterling, not giving up. Timeout there, as I don't think everybody on the court realized what was going on. We'll step aside for a full timeout. It's Eagle basketball on KPGA. Eagles lead at 90 to 70, 6:58 to go. They've been outscored in the second half by Sterling after a blazing hot start. Hit 17 threes as a team. Sterling trying to trap in the backcourt. Albert Lawrence is going to advance the ball across the timeline. Albert's hit 5 threes. Here's a pass down low. Wilchcomb, a two-handed slam. There's your press beater, 92 to 70. Josh Wilchcomb has 13 points tonight. Bevy of Eagles in double figures, 4 of them. Wilchcomb, Lawrence, Malvo, and Tipton, who paces all scorers with 24, approaching the Eagles' season high for individual points. Left side with the ball, it's Bell, slings a cross-court pass. Nordberg steps into a 3. That one through. Nordberg's hit 4 of them. Sterling's hit 14 as a team, 31 combined between the two. Eagles with 17. Here's Rowe, ripped at midcourt. McMahon comes away with the steal. McMahon gives it off to Bell. Right side, skip pass down in the lane to Wyndham Hayes for 2. 92 to 75, 6 minutes to go. Eagles taking their lead for granted, to say the least. Here's Malvo, double teamed up top. Malvo, skip past Tipton, works it to the corner, wide open left side for 3. Lawrence, that one no good. He's missed 4 in a row, but crashes the offensive glass. Lobs for Wilchcomb on the block. Now to Tipton in the corner. Tipton back to KJ up top. They'll let some time tick away. Eagles have 14 offensive rebounds in this one. 92 to 75 is their lead. 5.5 minutes to go. Scoring well has run dry. Scored just 7 points in the last 5 minutes. 8 on the shot clock. Malvo one-on-one with Holden on the right wing. Malvo blazes by him. Malvo contact, throws it hard off the glass. No. Wilchcomb tap back. First try, no. Second try, they'll slam it in with 2 hands. Third dunk for Big Josh today. He's got 15, all of which have come in the second half after sitting on the bench in the first half in foul trouble. Here's Bell putting his head down inside. Little acrobatic layup finish at the rim for 2. 94-77, Eagles turn it over on the inbound. Here's Holden. Holden rises, can't finish the dunk. Wyndham Hayes had the offensive board. Tipton knocks it away on the baseline.
Tipton there, though, because that was going to be an automatic 2 if he hadn't come in there and knocked that out of his hands.
Tipton grabbing his neck a little bit. He's going to come out. Brandon Bird enters. Haddock in as well, as I believe Isaac Rowe sits down. Inside Bell, throws a no-look pass to Wyndham Hayes underneath, carving out space and scoring. Jemai Wyndham Hayes is up to 17 points in the game. It's a 15-point contest, 94 to 79. Here's Lawrence being hassled in the backcourt, throws it to Malvo, need to get it across the timeline. Malvo does, sprinting in. Free throw line floater hangs, no good off back iron. Bird offensive board, skips a pass to Wilchcomb, and he gets the bucket and the foul. I don't know how Brandon Bird found Wilchcomb. Impossible angle on the pass, chance for a 3-point play for Big Josh.
I thought the pass was going out of bounds.
I did too. That was insane for a true freshman to make that pass. Wilchcomb with 17, matching his total from Saturday. He had 20 the first time these two teams got together, really taking advantage of a smaller Sterling lineup. Josh trying to tap on one more. Another lane violation, but he makes the shot this time. 18 for Big Josh, again, all in the second half. That represents the Eagle lead, 97-79, 4:25 to go. Here's Riley Hayes, lost the ball inside. Wilchcomb comes away with it. Malvo is going to jog it into the front court. Eagles in control here. Grip slipped a little bit. As Malvo gets a pick from Wilchcomb. Malvo kicks to the corner. Haddock spots up. It's an air ball. Rare bad miss for Brooks Haddock. The Eagles are losing their focus a little bit here in the second half.
Milk the clock down. Milk the clock down.
Here's Bell to Wyndham Hayes. Wyndham Hayes having a great game. Pass to Nordberg. Skip to the corner. Wyndham Hayes drives in, flips it up to Bell. 10 to shoot. Bell to the corner for McMahon, who is open. We've got an injured player down as McMahon bangs home the three. Sterling's hit 15 of them. As Wyndham Hayes fell down in the midst of that action. 97-82. We'll see some subs. Caston Ammons, Evan Smith coming in as we dig deeper into the bench. Still have Malvo, Wilchcomb, and Brandon Bird out there. 15-point game.
Only got a 15-point game. They've outplayed us the second half. After the first 5 minutes,
48 to 41. Yeah, they have. Here's Bird, gets it into Ammons at midcourt. Ammons to Smith going forward. Smith skips inside Wilchcomb, a one-handed jam with authority. Reaches back, touches the sky, and throws it in. Wilchcomb with now 20 points in the game. Launch three, no good. Wilchcomb gets the board, his 8th, 99-82. Malvo brings it up with 3:19. Malvo trapped up top. Throws it to Evan Smith, now Bird left corner. Bird to Smith, foul line Jay, spins up and in, shooter's touch. Eagles over the century mark for the 7th time this season, 101-82, 3 minutes left. Evan Smith, the sophomore from Allen, Texas, joins the party. Now 3 from the corner, no good. Wilchcomb had a shot at the board, tapped out of bounds by Thyssen. Now Bryson Grisey, Tanner Real, Armand Akbar in. The starters sit down. 22nd half points for Josh Wilchcomb. Dean Jaderston wants a timeout. 101-82. 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Now all shortcomings of the second half aside, you're up by 19. It's great to get a chance for these third unit guys come in. Out of bounds, a turnover there. See what Donnie does here.
See, you got almost 3 minutes, and I don't like this at all. Now
Ito Okafor coming in, as well as Stewart.
It may be all right now. He's pulling some of these starters now.
2:43 remaining. Eagles have senior day on Saturday. Early start, 1-3 for the doubleheader. As York comes to town as they make their longest trip of the season. Payback for the trip the Eagles made to start the second semester. Here's a 3-ball launched and converted there by Keith Price. 16 threes for Sterling. Here's Grisey up top. Grisey works it left side in the corner. Smith drives baseline, fouled on his way up to the rim. 2:21 left. 3-point shooting, Roger. If you were in disbelief that the three-pointer is the new wave in basketball today, you were not watching this game tonight.
No, that's for sure.
So Smith heads to the line. 2 points for him already. Hit a jumper a couple minutes ago. Foul shot off the mark. That was the ball was blown dead. I think that was the front end of a 1-and-1. They called it a shooting foul, I guess. I don't know if that's a cop-out given the situation here, but I don't think it was a shooting foul. 101-85. Smith bends at the knee, sends second one up and in. 102-85 now. They'll play some defense. Bell hands it off. Stewart, kick to the corner. Keith Price, another three, another make. Now it's 17 apiece. 102-82. Grisey gets it into Tanner Reel with 2 minutes left. Donnie's going to ride with this third unit. Grisey, redshirt freshman from Tampa, Florida, outside with the ball. Averages 2 per game. He's the top scorer of this unit. Here's Bird to Grisey. Now Tanner Reel open, right corner, 3-ball. That one no good, too strong. Rebound secured inside by Darius Stewart. Gives off Bell. Little fake and floats it up and in from the lane, or up and out from the lane, rather.
See, I just think they need to milk the clock down here. You know, you only got a 14-point lead right now.
Not playing for style points down the stretch.
No.
Trying to grind this thing out and get out of here with a win. I wonder if anything, Roger, if this might be a lesson for that first unit.
Well, I would think that they, you know, you had a 30-point lead, had it where you wanted, and you got lazy.
Yeah, plain and simple.
And there's a lot of time here.
And Grisey comes up with the rebound off the miss, gets it to Bird, being hassled in the backcourt. They'll throw it forward to Akbar, one-on-one, threw it away, looking for Reel. On the baseline, though, Eagles going to get the ball back.
One.
Eagles at 1 point led it 72-41. It's 102-89 right now, minute 35 left. We've got a reset of the shot clock to 25 is what they're going to say.
The shot clock today.
Inbound from the baseline, Grisey looking for someone, floats it up top for Brandon Bird. He'll have to chase that one down in the backcourt. You're allowed to do that. They'll double team Bird. Bird looking for help, throws it forward for Ammons. Nearly fumbles, finds Akbar in the corner. Akbar doubled. Nearly throws it away. Ammons comes away with it. Grisey down low, shot fake, gets the look inside, but he's fouled.
Akbar cannot handle the pressure.
So Grisey heads to the stripe. 2 shots coming up. First foul shot converted. Evan Smith back into the game for Tanner Reel. Fun for this group to get to experience being a part of such a special team, #1 team in the country. You know, a lot of these guys work second jobs as well. Grisey's foul shot, no good. Loose ball on the rebound. Price comes away with it for Sterling. 103-89, minute 15 left. Driving inside, Okafor draws contact up top. Foul on the floor, just the 5th one on Wesleyan. Minute 12 left. Tanner Reel back in for Akbar. So Bell gonna inbound it for Sterling. Very well could make this a single-digit game as Grisey denies the inbound intended for Okafor. But I think the biggest news of the day was the upset of Avila over Southwestern. As shocking of any game in the conference this season, the Eagles narrowly avoided a couple upset bids by Avila, the Eagles as well. Nordberg's 3, no good. Okafor saves it inside. He's tied up. Ammons knocked the ball away, goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Akbar gonna check back in. Grisey sits down. 62 seconds left. Inbound underneath. Goes to Price. They get it back up top. Okafor one-on-one with Akbar. Okafor throws it weak side for Bell. Crossover dribble on Bird. Dumps it up. 3-ball launch from Stewart. No good. Ammons rises for the board. Throws it out in front of Tanner Reel. 50 seconds left. Handoff Bird to Ammons. Ammons inside. Kicks it outside. Smith heaves the 3-ball. That one off the mark. Bird tips it up and in. And the Eagles have a new conference season high. 105 points. 89 for Sterling, 30-plus seconds left. Keith Price drives, draws contact on a little floater. Eagles scored 104 on the road at Tabor, now 105 tonight, the most they've done other than the non-conference games. Had a couple of those against smaller schools where they put up 120-plus. But 7 times over 100 points. Built themselves a nice lead, watched it kind of crash away there a little bit toward the end, but ultimately a nice ball game. At least you're coming away with a double-digit win. It's been double digits in each one of these 9 consecutive now that the Eagles have won. Plenty of things to work on between now and Saturday, undoubtedly.
Got a lot. Well, I think that first bunch, Coach may say, guys, you got to play full throttle all the time.
Free throw made by Price makes it 105-90. Keenan Conley checks back in for Sterling. 31 seconds left. Grisey runs the baseline, throws it up to midcourt for Akbar. Just saved that one. Akbar scrambling, trying to find somebody. Throws it forward for Grisey across the timeline. Grisey in the lane, throws it to the corner for Smith. He'll pull up for 3 and rattles in and out. Good look for Evan. Shot clock turned off, 105-90. 12 seconds left. Here's Conley, steps into one. No good on the three-point look. Saved inside by Stewart. Clock ticking down, and it's a steal for the Eagles. And that is going to expire the clock. Winner tonight by a final score, 105-90. Not as easy as it could have been, but Wesleyan gets it done. Their winning streak moves to 9. They're now 26-1, 14-1 on the home court.